I gave the list to my mother, and she was really happy to tell me that she wanted to get me that book. I gave the list to her, and she assured me that she would get me the book. Anyway, Christmas arrived, and my mother hosted a huge party, and I even invited my boyfriend to it. Of course, I had asked permission for it beforehand. Everything was going great. A lot of family members had shown up, and everyone was having fun drinking and eating. But then the time came to open our presents. Everyone except my boyfriend seemed to hold their laughter as they told me that I should open my presents first. The first present I opened looked like a laptop, and it was. It was a MacBook. My older brother had gotten that for me, and I thanked him a lot. But he just laughed at me, telling me to open it first. I did as he asked, and the color drained from my face. Instead of a MacBook, the box was filled with chocolates. I literally hate chocolates and can't stand eating them, so this wasn't even a gift. It turns out, he had decided to give the MacBook to his wife and thought that gifting me the box would be a great prank. I was really disappointed. Not because I didn't get a laptop, but because he thought it was funny to play with my feelings. Anyways, I moved on and opened the presents from my mother. I was holding the book. I was holding the book that I wanted in my hand, except, I wasn't. It was just a dictionary with a printed cover over it, disguising it as the book I wished for. When I asked her about it, my mother said, "Oh, I decided to give the book to your younger sister because she wanted to read it more. But that dictionary should be very useful to you." Once again, everyone except my boyfriend burst into laughter. At this point, I was barely controlling my tears back from being ridiculed in front of the entire family. But I kept going. And guess what? Every single gift was just a prank. An AirPods box without the AirPods stock gift cards with zero balance on them. An envelope with Monopoly money and so on. You can now check if there is a part 2 by pressing share and more. My hypocrite mother pranked me on Christmas by giving my presents to someone else, so I left the house and never came back. Part 2. I had put my heart and soul into choosing gifts for everyone, making sure that they would be happy. I went out of my way and spent everything I had saved. But she had decided that I didn't deserve any effort, and that it was better to play with my emotions. I just decided that it wasn't worth crying over this and sat down with my boyfriend while everyone else opened their wonderful gifts. I had to hear them talk about how much they loved their gifts for the rest of the evening. My dad decided to ask why I wasn't praising my gifts like everyone else. I just looked at my boyfriend and said, "What gifts? I have no gifts, so I can't praise them." That sentence was like lighting a fire. My dad started calling me ungrateful. He said that I should be thankful on Christmas and quit being so salty over something that was just a harmless prank. In response, I told him my true feelings. "You guys don't even know what pranks are. What you did was play with my self-esteem and mental health all just so you could have a laugh. You promised, and then you showed me that I can never trust you for anything." My mother and elder brother started calling me entitled for raising my baby. I was so happy to be able to speak to you guys during a Christmas dinner, so I just ran to my room and started packing. This was something that I should have done the moment I realized that my family's pranks were more harmful than funny. I couldn't bear to stay in an environment where my feelings and well-being were not respected. I called a close friend and explained the situation to them, asking if I could stay with them for a while until I figured things out. Thankfully, they were understanding and supportive, offering me a place to stay. I left my family's house that night, taking only the essential belongings and leaving behind the gifts that were meant to be pranks. It was a difficult decision, but I knew it was the right one for my own mental health and happiness. Since then, I've been staying with my friend, and we've been working together to find a more permanent solution, such as finding a place of my own or exploring alternative living arrangements. It hasn't been easy, and there have been moments of sadness and confusion, but I'm slowly rebuilding my life and surrounding myself with people who genuinely care about me. I've also sought therapy to help process the emotions and experiences I went through with my family. It's important for me to heal and grow from this situation, and therapy has been a valuable tool in that process. While it's difficult to cut ties with family, especially during the holiday season, sometimes it's necessary for our own well-being. I'm learning to prioritize my own happiness and surround myself with people who uplift and support me. You can now check if there is a part 3 by pressing share and more.